Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Okay, well, the next part of this operation is to take a piece of 12L14, and we're going to come in here and square it up, and then start taking measurements. And our total overall length is 5 inches, 937 thousandths, so almost 6 inches. So we're going to take it over to the saw and cut 7 inches off of this. Well, I found another piece that actually is going to work a little better, so we're going to go ahead and run the center into that. And actually, probably we can go ahead and get ourselves an accurate measurement. Okay, 5937 is our measurement. And there's 5937, and of course I cut it too short. Yeah. Well, now back to the original piece. Well, here's 12L and ½ inch in a ½ inch variety, which is what we need. All right, let's do it again. I think what happened is I cut it at the right length, or I cut it just a little bit long, but I didn't realize that my saw blade was cutting at such a horrible angle. And of course, when I went to straighten that up, or square up the end, it came out too short. There's one side. Alright, well now we're a quarter inch too long, but better that than too short. Alright, little dicum, bring this in, do our scratch, and there's where we want to be. Alright, we're very close. Let's take it out and take a measurement. Oh, no, we're not close at all. Hit the wrong line. Now we actually want to keep everything concentric. So I think maybe the better thing to do would be to put the 4-jaw in. And that way we can get this end squared up. There we go. Because the first thing we're going to do is put those threads in. Then we want to be able to flip the whole thing around and put the other part in, keeping it concentric. All right, what did I do with my rod? Here it is. Alrighty. I'd say about a half a thou there. And we can just go ahead and see if we can get that out. That's pretty good. That looks good. Now I'm going to get myself another bit because this one it's okay. It just doesn't work as well as I like. And I will be back. Alright, so we're set there. I want to get myself a stop put in here. Okay, so we need to take about 100 thousandths off. Since I'm so well known for overshooting my mark, let's just take a measurement and make sure. Yeah, we're going to 375 and we're at 450, so we're good. Should be about 410 right now. Yep, 410. And 375 is our number. Yes. So we're 35 thousandths. We'll take 20. Should leave us with 15 left. And 417. Somehow it's not cutting properly. I think we might be a little bit high. Just a bit. Well, in my stash of bits, I found a bit that is exactly 14.5 degrees. Isn't that cool? And you know, I'll look on eBay from time to time and I'll see a dozen or 2 dozen bits for a certain price, and I'll just get them because they have interesting shapes, and this was one of those. So we don't have to grind ourselves a bit, but if you'll look at the top rake on this, it was set up for a lamppost style holder. Now I have lamppost holders, but for this lathe, none that are this big. So it's got a downward rake on it. Not good. So, but I think what we can do is just come in and cut an upward rake, you might say. And then we're just a little shy of 10, of the number 10. Just slightly shy of it. So we need to kind of blunt that in just a little bit. So we're going to go over to the grinder and start fiddling with this and see if we can come up with something that that's usable. Okay, so we could come in from the side and just cut a little corner of the bit off, but you know what, I think what I want to do is come in from the top and I'm using this pretty much half worn out grinder wheel to do this. Oh, look at that. It is way off. Look at that. That's amazing. Let's see if we can square that up a bit. Okay, we're going to give that a try, and I'm using this wheel because the radius is smaller, and we can just kind of lean the bit up against here. No, it's just bouncing all over the place. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now we want to come in and it concerns me because this thing sharpens so quickly. The metal must not be real it says it's cobalt, but it just it took to that grinder so fast. But we're good. Let's see. Now we want to come around to this grinder here. That's good. Ah. We're just gonna come in and just barely touch this thing. And that might even be too much. Couldn't ask for better. Just right. That didn't take much. All right, we'll be back over to the lathe. All right, so we've got our bit and we need to install it. It's still at a downward angle a little bit. I think we need to come in and grind it a little bit more. Alright, so what we've got to do first is set the compound at 14.5 degrees, because this is an Acme thread that we're going to cut. Alright, there's one adjustment. The next one is to get this thing square up. We'll bring our gauge in. Oops. There we go. Let's take it on over. That's not hitting right. It's too long. Alright, we'll bring it over to here. A little bit more. And the other thing we need to do, let's just snug that down for now. This thing is definitely not still a little high. And that looks pretty good. Okay. Make sure we got the room. You know what I'm thinking, and that shaft is going to come down to 2655. So we're going to take this out for the moment. Leave everything just like it is. Pop this back in. And take that part of the shaft down. And how wide is it going to be? 223 wide and 265 deep. Alright, that's our width. And supposedly nothing has changed. All right. Back to our, so we've got plenty of room to fudge out here, so no sweat. Okay, now we're going to set this at 10 threads per inch. Okay, we've got the dial indicator set. Now it wants me to go in 100 thousandths, and I'm guessing it's 100 thousandths overall rather than plunge 100 thousandths. So we're going to go in about 30 thousandths or so, and then take a couple measurements and see what we got. Okay, bring it in till we touch. We're going to do a scratch pass. And anywhere along in there is fine. Looks like 10 threads per inch. On the money. Okay, so now another pass just in case. We're right on the money. Take the tornado. Let's do 5 thousandths. Alright, we're at 35 thousandths. I think what I want to do is just give a test. Because what we're really doing is fitting this to this nut. Alright, we aren't even close. Alright, we're on, but we're not quite there. I mean, it'll work its way around, but it's tight. So I think what I'm going to do is just come back and take a spring pass and see what that does. Okay. Much smoother. Okay, we can't come in. Yeah, almost no play. It snugs up in the center just a little bit. I mean, but still we got a good spin. I think I'm happy. Yeah, that's going to give us what we want. Even when it's loose, it doesn't, you know, there's no play. Okay. Now, we take this, we flip it around, and we do all of the machining on the rest of this. But that's going to happen tomorrow, because I got other things to do.